What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are going to be doing another movie review today, and today we are going to be reviewing the movie or Netflix movie Klaus. So again, this movie came out in 2019. I have seen it off and on, but I don't believe I ever did a review of it because I remember looking at it and I'm like, I never did a review on this. And when I finally decided to watch this, I'm gonna say right off the bat, I enjoyed myself. I did. I truly enjoyed myself with this film. And especially if you're wanting something new to watch around the holidays, if you're wanting something new to watch with your spouse, your kids, definitely give this movie a shot, man, because this movie really threw me off of I thought it was going to be like a musical. I thought it was going to be something like this, but I was happy it wasn't because it gave me so much more as the lore of Santa. This is a new twisted, not twisted, but I want to say a different tale of this, the story of Saint Nicholas, aka Santa Claus. So the entirety of this story is based around one character who is a spoiled brat, overgrown child by the name of Jasper. He is a son of a wealthy mail system owner, and he's very lazy. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna send you here to literally the worst place in the world that he doesn't even know about. And if you don't make this amount of, I would say, mail within a year, then you're gonna be cut off. So he sends them here to this town that is just one of the worst towns you can be in, between fighting between these two warring families that's getting everyone to fight each other with the adults, the kids, everything. And he's living in a bad post mail area. He meets someone who's supposed to be a teacher, and he just doesn't know what to do. He's like, okay, I got to get out of here. And then he comes up with different ideas of what can I do to be able to survive this hell, right? And when he finally comes up with this idea of someone possibly wanting a toy, he comes across Klaus, who is this unknown character living in the woods alone. He's a toy maker, and he sees this picture of this child basically being trapped in the house. And so he gets Jasper unwillingly and gives him a toy, and then it starts going into, let's get all these toys to these kids. And when they start getting toys to these kids, Jasper is the one eating the cookies, going into the house, going through the chimney, doing all the things St. Nicholas does, right? So when he does this, it kind of goes into all the lore because one kid doesn't get it. All I got was a lump of coal, and that's when the whole thing. He sees you all the time, and he's having once pay him to do the letters, and that's when he starts getting more and more and more letters, and he starts realizing, okay, if I can do this, then I can get out of here on time. But it doesn't go the way he wants because he starts developing feelings for this town. The town starts improving, people start being more nice to each other, the parents start being more nice to each other, the community starts growing. Even the teacher that he meets and slowly starts developing feelings for, she doesn't want to be a teacher even though she started out to be one. Then she opens up a classroom after redecorating it, and she starts showing him, look at everything you've done, look what you did for these kids, because now the kids have hope, the parents have hope, the fighting has really ceased, the town looks amazing. And you have these two warring families that see what's going on, and then they cause trouble for Klaus and Jasper. And then Jasper is trying so hard to keep the system going. He comes up with an idea of, okay, what if we do this one time a year for Christmas? And he asks his Klaus about it. Klaus doesn't want to do it. And we find out that the reason why he doesn't want to continue doing this, because he has so much toys that there was just going to waste, was because we find out that him and his wife were going to have children. They kept trying, nothing happened. His wife got sick, she passed away, and it really messed him up. And then Jasper put so much faith in him, and then finally he comes to help Jasper make these toys, and they even make it for another set of these people that kind of are like the elves, and they start fixing his shop. They start giving him a sleigh, between the reindeer getting involved. And then unfortunately the two warring families come up with an idea of letting Jasper's father know that he got all these letters, and everybody finds out what he was really behind. And so it messes everything up. But then he makes the ultimate decision of giving up what he wants because he's fallen in love with this town. He cares about the town. He cares about these kids. There's one kid that is, I would say, from another country, not exactly sure what, possibly. I would say this is probably for like Russian or something of that nature. I could be wrong, but she kind of looks at him, I would say, like an uncle figure or another dad, and he helps to save the toys that these two warring families are trying to mess up. But it gets revealed that this was a setup because, again, Klaus knew that they were going to be coming for it since the teacher found out that the kids were talking about these parents plotting. And the families soon realize that these two ones within the warring families actually fall for each other. They end up getting married at the very end, and we see that Klaus and Jasper do this for another 12 years. Now, unfortunately, Klaus does pass away from what it seems. He just disappears. Jasper's looking for him. He cannot find him. Him and that one teacher, they get married. They have children, and they grow up in a big house. They grow up, they have a nice house. And around Christmas, as he said in the movie, and this was a really interesting part for this film, is he says the last part of the movie where he leaves him cookies and milk and he sits down and he's waiting for his friend to show up. He knows he's going to show up. And right when he's about ready to pass out again from going to sleep because the candle's about ready to go out, and he says, because he hears sleigh bells, and he says, "One time a year, I get to see my friend again." And then the movie ends. And that was a good ending. The only thing I would say is if I was in the director's seat, I would either have had that or him either go through the chimney while he's asleep and just kind of put his hand on him and go, "Hey, old friend," or "Hey, Jasper," and then the movie cuts. You know what I mean? That would have been even more cool. But again, I liked how they made a different version of this tale of how Santa Claus became Santa Claus. I enjoyed this film. I really did. I enjoyed this film a lot more than what I thought. Apparently, this was even it gained some awards, which is fully, respectable, because I do agree that this movie deserved a lot of awards because it's a good film. It is. It's a good film. J.K. Simmons, who plays Klaus, did an amazing job at portraying another version of Santa. And I know he just did another movie for Red One. I'm definitely going to check that out here soon. But guys, if you have seen this movie, Klaus, let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments. And you guys love this film? Is it okay? Is it a film that you want to go back to and always want to watch around the holidays? What is your overall thoughts on it? Let me know down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you as always on the next one.